Hi, Homeworthy. Welcome to Hillside Farm. I'm Bob McKeaney. I know you're probably expecting Ruth, but today is a special day. It's Valentine's Day, and I came home early from work to surprise her. I'm going to actually cook her dinner instead of her doing something special for me. She's up at the house right now. I'm not sure what she's doing, but how am I going to accomplish that? I'm going to send her on a scavenger hunt and send her about the town while she's out and about. Anders and I are going to cook a chicken dinner with some mac and cheese and even attempt a crème brûlée. So let's go see if we can find Ruth and get this surprise started.
I'm Ruth McKeaney, and this year I'm inviting Homeworthy to join my family for all of our annual highlights at Hillside Farm, our 305-year-old farmhouse steeped in history and love. After decades of flipping houses, my husband Bob and I settled here where we raised our 5 children. And this year you'll join us for holiday gatherings and the upcoming wedding of our daughter, happening right here at Hillside, where we welcome your company as we share in the simple pleasures of life at home. I'll offer tips from my book, Hungry for Home, to help infuse your own home with moments of joy, filling home-cooked meals with flavor for the whole family, and of course decorating with amazing antique finds. So sit back and make yourself at home.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
All right, now it's time to find Ruth. I have to start this scavenger hunt. I have prepared some riddles for her, 3 of them, and the first of which I have to hand her now so she can get started on her scavenger hunt and I can start cooking this surprise dinner for her. So come with me. Ruth?
Yes? Don't come in here.
I have a surprise for you.
Okay, you can't come in here.
It doesn't matter. I need you to open the door a little bit. Take this piece of paper. It's a surprise for you.
Oh, okay.
And follow what it says.
All right, but you're not allowed in here.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Love you.
I have a clue. A treasure awaits, a place filled with grace, where beauty and style find their own special space. A dear friend awaits, for decades she's near, with treasures to dazzle, both charming and clear. Once of the lemon, so French and so fine, now in wane, her new space will surely shine. To find where to go, take a trip down the lane to the M Main L Line's great showroom. Can you guess its name? It's ML's gift shop. I know it. She used to own the French lemon. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. He hasn't done anything like this in like 20 years. But before I go, I want to show you. So I am married to somebody who doesn't like presents, and he doesn't like gifts at Christmas, his birthday. Presents just don't matter. But what matters to him is if you do something that takes time. So I have been working for literally 2 days on all our closets, particularly our bedroom closet. Since we have such an old house, I mean, Bob built this shelving here, but the shelves are really narrow and we don't have a lot of closet space. So I'm surprising him. I mean, you should have seen this room. It was covered. The whole floor was covered. Everything was covered. I've taken a lot of my things out so he has more space in the closet, and I have done my very best to make it beautiful, so he's surprised. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I get to go on a scavenger hunt. All right, this is so much fun. I love an adventure. I can't believe Bob's doing this. We've been married 26 years, and he did this when we were first married. But because we were always working so much on houses or had the kids everywhere, we didn't do a lot of celebrating for Valentine's Day. And so, you know, it's not about the big gifts. It's about this person spent time doing something to surprise you with something they know you'll love. And for me, that was organizing and cleaning for Bob. And he knows I love when he thinks in advance and plans something. So this is super, super special. So Bob's first clue, I figured out, took me to a woman, her name is ML. She used to own the store, the French Lemon in Wayne. And 25 years ago when I moved here, that's where I used to buy my special gifts. And she's got a new shop that's been open for a while, and this is where it sent me. So let's see why I'm here.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello. Nice to see you.
You too.
Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. So this is ML, and like I said, when we moved to Philadelphia area 25 years ago, her store, the French Lemon, probably had, I mean, everything was pretty much one of a kind.
And that's my hope.
That's your hope.
Going forward, it's been 25 years, and I'm going back to the original name, the French Lemon. I had a big shop in Chestnut Hill then, and a big shop here in Wayne, and now I'm smaller.
Yeah.
It's just me, and we're going back to one of a kinds, and
French Lemon.
just fun. Well, I always do the florals, but yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that makes me excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So I come here for all hostess gifts or even gifts for all my daughters. They just love. She has exquisite taste. So, and Bob sent me this because
he did a little gift for you.
He sent for a gift, and he has my next clue. My next clue says, "Where blooms abound in colors bright, a hidden treasure waits in sight. In Valley Forge, a charming space with gifts and coffee to embrace. Sip and smile, take some time to stay. A little gift is on the way." Number 2. All right. Can I shop for 2 seconds? I want to just look around for 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
We just have all new Valentine and Easter things are coming in, and of course you can always come in and have a floral made. Yep, those are horn.
Oh, they're horn? Mm-hmm. They're beautiful.
Thank you.
I love these bud vases. I think I saw them the last time I was here. Those are beautiful. And these are all vintage, right?
Correct.
Beautiful. I think I know where this place is, and it's only because it says Valley Forge.
That's a good hint.
That's a good hint.
That's a great place, too.
I mean, it's a great place. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll be back with my daughters.
Great.
Because I want a
Awesome.
couple of those scarves, the
Sounds
Hermes
good.
scarves. All right. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Good luck. Have a nice evening.
All right, so we're here in the kitchen. Ruth is out on her scavenger hunt. I'm here with my son Anders, and now it's trying to prepare a meal, and we need to do it in time that when she gets back from her scavenger hunt, we are done. So we're starting the meal off today with a simple chicken recipe, and we have a chicken that we bought from the store here, and we've had the oven preheated behind us at 350 degrees to make this process speed along. And first thing is simple recipe is I'm gonna have Anders pat down the chicken to dry the outside. So simple enough, just pat it down. We're going to make sure we put nice, lots of salt and pepper on the inside. Nice plenty in there. All right, so we just got done salt and peppering the chicken. I just put the chicken in the pan here. Anders, if you can roll out these pieces of garlic to get all the skins off them, and then we'll put them in the chicken. And then you can cut some onion and some lemon and get everything prepared for the chicken. So what is this idea of Ruth going away on a scavenger hunt? Where did this come about? Well, it's interesting where, you know, as a man, it's so hard to think about how a woman thinks or how she wants to be blessed or some fun things that she would like to do. So I've learned early in marriage to ask her friends or her sister or somebody that she's very close to as to what would they love that would totally bless them. So meanwhile, let's put the cloves in here. If you can cut this top and bottom. We just put the cloves right into the chicken here. So back in our first house renovation, I did a scavenger hunt with my wife when I had her sister get involved with showing up when I was in the middle of renovating the house, and I left to go to Home Depot, and as soon as I left, her sister showed up and said, go to your room, go shower, you're leaving in 30 minutes, and gave her a clue of what she was supposed to do. So she followed those directions, and that went over so well. She went to one place and got some wine glasses and went to another place and got a gift, and eventually ended up at a dinner where I was cleaned up after working on the house and had an amazing dinner together, just the two of us with two little kids being babysat by her sister. So I wanted to do the same thing today. Are these cut up?
Yep.
Okay. So you take the onions.
I got the rest.
And you sprinkle them around the outside of the chicken. All right, so we need this cut in two, please. You can do it. So that's what inspired me today to do this scavenger hunt. I haven't done one in a while, so I figured it was time for her to be treated and blessed again. So you take the lemon and literally just cut it in half. And this bird is nicely stuffed with all the, and
looks good.
It looks good. Then we're going to put lots of salt and pepper on the top. And then we have the melted butter. And the melted butter we pour all over this thing, and this will allow it to, when it's done cooking, it'll be nice and brown and keep the moisture in. And so we just pour the butter over everything. And this...
You might add a little bit more salt and pepper on the legs.
Okay, you can do that.
Maybe on the butt.
And that is as difficult as it needs to be. This chicken is ready to go in the oven. It will cook for about an hour on 350, which the oven is preheated behind me. And let's put the bird in the oven.
Okay, I can't wait to see what he did. I can't even wait until I get to the next place. Oh, so Bob knows I got a new spring purse and I like to tie scarves onto my purses. So he got me one of those scarves to put on for the spring. Awesome, I love it. And now we're going to another favorite place. It's called, I think it's Valley Florist, which has an amazing barn with all sorts of one-of-a-kind finds, as well as amazing florals. And the woman who owns it, or the woman who, well, is in charge there, has her own shop on QVC. So hopefully, maybe Barb will be there when we come. So let's go. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You can hand it to me right now. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna go. Valley Forge Flowers has a barn, which has some of my very favorite things. Come on, let me show you. Hey!
Good
How
afternoon.
are you?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Always
I'm so
good.
excited.
See Ruth in the house.
house. So I want to introduce you to Barb. So
Hi,
Barb
everyone.
is third generation
I
family
am.
owns this place.
Yes, it's really amazing.
And your children are now working, so that'll be 4 generations.
yeah, so it's
And
a
she-
family affair.
And she has her own show on QVC, which sells all the fabulous finds that you can find here. What is the show you have?
Well, it's Barbara King Home and Garden,
Okay.
and it's pieces that have worked in the flower shop in our little town, and then we think about it for the whole country
Okay.
and what we can tweak in the different items
Okay.
and make for the whole country. It is so much fun to create and design, as
Create
you
and
would
design.
know.
I know. So it's been fun ever since I first met her. She's been one of my champions. So
Oh, yeah.
good to see you.
So
I got
thrilled
my
for you.
third video, or my third clue for my husband. So we're doing a Valentine's night, and I thought I was cooking Valentine's Day dinner, and the whole twist is he's home cooking, and he sent me on a scavenger hunt. So one of the places was here, and I got flowers, and now
Oh, my
I just got
goodness.
my third little thing.
Oh,
and
how fun.
I know, we're going to go to the next place.
I love it.
Thank
Keeping
you.
it fresh, right?
Keeping it fresh, exactly. Fresh. Oh my God. Okay, I have my third clue. Here's what it says. From top to bottom, it's time for some care, a place for your feet with comfort to spare. Polish and pamper, relaxation in tow. Where should you go? Well, you already know. I think I know where I'm going. I think it's head to toe. Let's go see.
Okay, now we're on to the creme brulee. I am blessed with a helper, which is page 297 of my wife's book, Hungry for Home. So what I have in front of me here are 5 eggs with a ½ cup of sugar, ½ cup of brown sugar, which is to be used at the end when you put it on top of the creme brulee, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. We have some vanilla, and then ultimately we have some berries and blueberries and raspberries to put on top when we are done. So the first thing we need to do is crack 5 eggs. So while he's cracking the eggs,
One successful.
one thing that's amazing about Ruth and I's journey is it all started actually in a kitchen. Funny enough is that we met at a dinner party, and how I ran into her, it was in my apartment, and she all of a sudden, I find her in the kitchen cleaning the dishes. And I actually had to tell her to get out of the kitchen because that is not her place. Little did I know that was where she felt most comfortable. So that's how, by the way.
We're good.
Are we good?
Yes.
We didn't get egg on anything yet. We're good.
A little
so that's how
toughy.
Ruth and I first met, was in a kitchen, which is ironic that we're standing here today. But then over the years, just our relationship together as far as how do we keep things with life, with dating and with having fun things like this scavenger hunt today. You have to be just being intentional with it, and being intentional that you always have creative things. So it's once again always tapping into what's your best resources. And for me, in the beginning years it was asking her friends, but since then, and I've been blessed with 4 daughters, is now I have 4 daughters who I can tap into and ask them, how can I bless your mother? What can I do to bless your mother? Because my brain doesn't think that way. So now that Anders has cracked all the eggs, the first step is to put just the yolks of the eggs into a bowl.
Make sure to drain it.
This is like a steady hand. Look at this. Very impressive. When I did meet Ruth that first time in the kitchen, it was not love at first sight. It was kind of not even a thought of that. We were fortunate enough that after about 2 to 3 weeks of just getting to know one another, we were able to go for a long car ride together. We were traveling to go see my parents, and so we spent 4 or 5 hours in the car and we just talked. And during that time, that's when we really learned about who each other were, and that we did have some type of an attraction for one another. So it didn't really happen then, but it's a vivid memory of mine that it happened in the kitchen. So we put the eggs in here. So we're going to mix it with the sugar, correct? What's it say?
Whisk cream.
Cream, yolks, sugar, and vanilla together. So I was told to do sugar, tablespoon of vanilla.
Perfect.
And then I'll mix this up a little bit, and then we will mix in the cream. And by the way, don't pull a guy move and start putting brown sugar in the actual batter, because that's for later. I probably learned the hard way once.
That looks like pumpkin pie.
Yes, will
filling.
you mix that up, please?
Yeah.
So while we mix this up, I had the oven preheated to 275. When you're cooking creme brulee in the oven, you cook it in a pan. And in that pan, you actually put water in there. And what that does, it then helps the creme brulee cook evenly. So the water itself, you put like almost a quarter inch of water in the bottom of the pan, whatever pan you might be using. And the water heating up to also that 275 temperature will help the creme brulee cook evenly. So
Now we gotta pour
we got to pour these four
mixture in the ramekins.
Yep. Can you do that evenly?
I'll
Do
try.
I trust you?
Sure.
Awesome.
You can trust me. Mix a little bit in the bottom.
I think we're doing pretty good.
Not
make
bad
sure-
for first timers.
Should we make sure Mom takes the first bite?
A little more of this one, and I'll just finish it off with this one.
That's good. Okay. So now that we've evenly distributed the batter in these 4 bowls, we will then put them into the oven. Would you like to do that, sir?
Sure.
Okay.
Why
Put
not?
Carefully, and remember there's water in there, so as you put them in there,
Don't burn yourself, that's for sure.
you can stay down there.
Ah. It dripped.
There's only 4 going on that pan, so.
Yeah.
Now that they're in the oven, they are to bake for 50 to 65 minutes. And when at the end, when we test them, you're going to put a knife into the actual batter or into the creme brulee, and it will come out with a little bit of stuff on it. But what they call the jello effect is, or the jiggle effect is actually if you take one and move it a little bit, the batter itself will stay almost like a jello jiggle type of thing. So that's when you know they're done. So let them sit in, and next we'll go into the mac and cheese with what?
Bacon.
Yes. So let's get that set up and ready to go.
The minute Bob's Clue said head to toe pampering, I knew exactly what he was talking about. My favorite place to get a pedicure is Head to Toe Spa. And we all know it's not about the paint color, it's not about the actual pedicure, it's about the kind of foot rub you get. So come join me, I'm so excited. This is my favorite place because I get to go to sleep for an hour. And I can't wait to see what is actually happening at home with Bob, because Bob and Anders don't know how to cook. They know how to make cereal. So I'm very excited to see what's going on at home. I could have sat in that chair for the rest of the day. Anyway, but I'm even more excited to see what's going on at home. Let's go see.
Hey, welcome home.
That was awesome.
That's awesome.
That was wonderful. I love you.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you.
You're not allowed in this way.
Oh, I'm not?
Nope. So
What's going on?
well,
Here, can I
and
hand you this?
I'll take this.
Because there's flowers right there.
Yes, but you must go in the back door.
Okay.
All right, and because the
Well,
surprise
well,
is being prepared in the kitchen.
Okay. Well then, one good turn deserves another. I have a surprise for you. So why don't you meet me at the back door? Okay?
All right.
And I'm going to show you what I did for you.
Okay.
All
Looking
right.
forward to it.
Hello again.
Can I help you?
Yes.
Come on
I
in.
love you.
So what kind of
So-
surprise do you have for me? Because
I'm really excited because you know how you don't like presents?
that's
So
an
we're-
understatement.
It's an understatement. I'm aware. But I know you love it when someone does something to surprise you. So I want you to come upstairs, but when you get to the top of the stairs, you're going to close your eyes. Okay. All right. All right. You're going to close your eyes up here.
They are closed.
Close your eyes.
But my eyes are closed.
Okay. 3 stairs, in case you don't know after. Now don't
All right.
open your eyes. What's one of your pet peeves?
Your clothes hanging out of closets and you taking up 90% of the closets in this room.
Okay. I want to show you what
What'd
I
you
did
do?
for your Valentine's Day gift.
What do we got?
All right.
Wow. You were hard at work.
I know.
That's amazing.
This actually took me days, and I don't laugh, but you know that this is not something I enjoy doing. So this was a labor of love for you.
This is beyond. That is
So,
amazing.
do you
Thank
like
you
it?
so
You're
much.
welcome,
This is
baby.
amazing.
You're welcome.
What a blessing.
And I did a lot of like getting rid of things. Wait, that's just one.
What
Ready?
else?
I want you to notice, where does your stuff start?
Halfway.
Halfway.
We'll have to document that. I'm gonna mark the pole exactly where halfway is.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
how's that?
awesome.
You like that?
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is a true blessing.
Thank you.
And how many other closets do I get? That's it.
That's the only one you get.
This is great. Thank you.
You're welcome. When do I get to come downstairs?
We're just finishing things up right now, so you can probably have 20 or 30 minutes by yourself, and then we'll have
Okay.
everything ready.
I'll read a book.
Okay.
All right, come get me.
All right,
I love
love
you.
you.
Okay.
All right, so now, chicken, done?
Yes.
That was easy.
Creme brulee.
Done.
And
That
now,
was easy. Now, what
Mac
you
and
think is
cheese.
mac and cheese. This is a big challenge because are we doing Kraft mac and cheese?
No.
No. We're actually going to try something like original recipe. So this is so far out of our league, but I think we can do it. And so
We got this.
we got this. So what we have is we're going to actually create our own roux, which will then put the cheese into the whole sauce. So meanwhile, while we're starting that process, Anders, here is a box of noodles. It's 1 pound, which you can put on the heat. You just have to let it cook for about 15 minutes. You could choose any noodle you want. We are choosing a rigatoni because that's what we had in the closet. So we can go that route. Meanwhile, I'm going to start a roux.
Should I wait for this to start boiling or no?
Here, why don't you wait till it starts boiling? And that's medium heat. And I'm going to start a roux here in this red pan. And the first thing I do is take a stick of butter and put that in the pan.
Plop.
And give that a minute or two for that stick of butter to start melting. And the whole idea behind it is we are creating this roux while the noodles, which take about 15 minutes to cook. So we now, once those noodles go in, we have 15 minutes to create the sauce from a base, from a roux, and then bring it all the way to. And then eventually we will put the noodles, strain them, put them in this white bowl, and just lather them with
Big bowl.
cheese. And what else is in the cheese?
Bacon.
Bacon. Yes, Anders' favorite. So we have a wide variety of cheese. So what we have here is we have some Gouda cheese that is grated. We have some sharp cheddar cheese. So that's just a little bit of a unique combination of those two types of cheeses. And then we also will require some nutmeg, some garlic powder, some paprika, and some Dijon mustard, and some half and half, which will be utilized for the sauce.
And flour.
We have some flour here that will help start the whole thing. So the cheese was grated beforehand by
Yours truly.
Cheese Master. It's one thing about it with Anders and I, because Ruth fell in love with cooking and is always creating here. You actually cook more than I do.
I probably have. I don't.
You've learned over the years.
Normally cook.
So we don't get a
all.
chance to do this. This is kind of actually fun that we can do this while she's not here. We're kind of in her space. So I have
taken over.
My butter is now melted. So I am going to take 4 tablespoons of flour, which has already been pre-measured.
Next, we have to do is add 4 cups of half and half.
4 cups of half and half.
This is 4 cups.
Is that 4 cups?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because it says 1 quart, which is 4 cups.
There you go. So instead of using a measuring cup, we're just using the carton.
I'll whisk as you pour.
Okay. With the whisk, joint.
Joint effort back here.
How's your noodles over there? How's your water?
It's getting little bubbles, but wait a second, and then I'll pour the noodles in.
Okay. There is our
Geronimo! Ah! Hot.
okay.
Successful.
So we've put in the flour, the 4 cups of half and half. Now we need a half of
4
a
4 cups of half and
4
half.
cups.
4 tablespoons of flour.
Yes. So we need a half a tablespoon of paprika. That's nutmeg.
That's paprika.
Paprika.
A little spillage.
Was that me?
Yeah, I think that was you.
We need a half a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. This is interesting.
Cooper DeJean.
Cooper's Dijon. That's a Philadelphia Eagle, isn't it?
Yeah.
1 tablespoon of garlic powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. All right, so now would you like the honor of adding the cheese?
Which one should we do first?
Or do we do it alphabetical or favorite, or what do you want to do?
Technically, they're both cheese, so you can't really do it alphabetical.
Well, you have
They don't
Gouda,
have names.
Gouda or sharp.
I know. Sharp cheese.
Take it.
I'll do Gouda first.
All right. Well, do it nicely. Will you do me the honor of getting the bacon?
Do we put that in right now?
Yes, I need to break up the bacon into the cheese sauce.
Get a little stir on the noodles. Oh, wow. That looks divine.
Dangerous. So, Anders, I don't know if it makes it so obvious that men prepared this menu. The fact that we have chicken, mac and cheese with bacon,
And dessert.
and dessert. We don't have a vegetable.
I'm not complaining.
Okay.
Oh,
I think we're good.
it's like the geysers at Yellowstone in here. Exploding.
But vegetables, they don't feed the soul.
They don't feed this. They might feed your hunger. They don't feed the soul.
So going back to when Ruth and I first met, the fact that we met in the kitchen didn't lead on to that she was somebody who was familiar with the kitchen. I think all she knew was she knew how to do the dishes. When I first met Ruth, she was an attorney and really didn't have a love for the kitchen or have a love for the outdoors or gardening. And that was all something kind of when she gave up her career to stay home and raise our children, which was such an incredible blessing to us, and I think you've benefited because of that.
Of course.
Over all these years, she had to, that she discovered a passion that she didn't know she had. Kind of trying out new things. We would go to a restaurant and we would get a dessert and she would say, oh, I can make that better. And she would come home and recreate the dessert and actually make it better. And so it became actually something of a challenge for her to just make just things more interesting at home. Over the years, she has developed from somebody who didn't know that there was an oven in the kitchen to somebody who abuses and overuses the oven.
But she made all the food better.
But then again, she's changed because don't ever have her load a dishwasher because it's not.
Nope.
It's not safe.
Illegal.
All right, so we've reached the time of the noodles are ready to be strained. You know how to do that?
Yes, I do.
Take this, wrap on each handle, and we set up the strainer in the sink like a professional. Now that they're strained, we can take them and shake them out. Shake this strainer a little bit, get the water.
Do you
and
want me to
then
roll me shaking it?
you can pour the noodles into this white bowl.
Now some cheese. The best part.
And you can have the honor of whisking this out. Look at this cheese.
Oh,
This is, oh my goodness.
this looks incredible. We did it.
I am so proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Oh,
We're just.
that's so nice. You're so. Look at that. You know, I'm glad we made some noodles to go with our cheese.
Ah, yes. You can never have too much cheese. It's hard. It's so thick.
Okay. All right, put it back in.
There's a lot.
It's okay. We can take a spatula. So what we have now is our mac and cheese, which is ready.
Ta-da!
By the way, that's awesome. So now that this is done, our chicken should be timed properly. That it's should be getting close to being done. Let me check this and pull it out of the oven.
Let's see if the pin is out.
Nope, it still needs a little bit of time.
Should we
Probably
check
5-10 minutes left in the chicken. But
Should
you know
we-
what we could do
Creme brulee.
is creme brulee's not done yet. But you know what we could do is you could set the table.
I could.
Why don't you go set the table?
Yeah.
All right, it's time to pull out the creme brulee. I just checked them a second ago. I stuck a knife in them and got a little bit of moisture on there. And you look at the creme brulee and it starts to jiggle a little bit, so they are ready to go. So we're gonna pull them out. And put them on a pan. Anders, will you do me a favor and put that in the refrigerator, please? It goes in the refrigerator about an hour once you realize that they are nice and cool. Anders, you want to grab the creme brulee
Yes.
from the fridge? It's been
Time
about
to
an
take
hour.
them back out.
They look good.
Yeah, they look perfect.
Awesome. So once you have them out of the refrigerator, the next thing we want to do is brown the brown sugar on the top. So take some brown sugar, about a half cup, so you can determine how much you want to put on top of each one. It's up to you. Funny story is, when I first started making this, when Ruth and I were first married, we did not have access to these little torches that we have today. So at that point in time, because I was soldering some pipes at the time, I would actually pull out my soldering propane tank and light this and burn the brown sugar. So
Not today.
not today. We have a little bit safer version. And after you put the brown sugar on, you take some heat. These little things are great, and you are literally caramelizing the brown sugar on the top of the crème brûlée. You got another one? Go for it. Just don't burn it. But that's the one you have to eat. Once this is like that, you
Add our
then
berries.
add some blueberries and raspberries
Or strawberries, whatever you would like.
to the top, adding some great color to it. And then I'll leave one without, because you never know. Somebody might want one without berries. So there's crème brûlée. You guys can do it. We did it.
And we are two boys that really have never cooked in the kitchen.
So, all right, the time has come. We got to pull out the chicken. But before I do that, I have to acknowledge that I made a mistake.
Classic.
It's so hard to do in life, but I did it. When I cooked the chicken, I realized halfway through cooking that actually I was cooking it with the lid on. This chicken should be cooked without this lid. This lid should not be over the chicken. So the chicken should be just sitting in a pan. So we're going to pull it out.
Smells delicious.
It smells good. Looks good.
It's gonna taste good too.
Yeah. You want to go get your... Look at that. If you want to go get your mother,
Yeah.
I think you should go get your mother and go tell her that the food is ready. Before you go up there, I just want you to know how proud I am, and I can't believe we did this.
Love you.
I just can't believe it. I think Mom's going to be a little shocked.
We might take over the kitchen role.
No.
She takes over dishwasher, dishes.
No. I'll keep the dishwasher. She can keep the kitchen.
Food.
Nope, she can keep the cooking. So, thanks for doing this, bud.
Thank you.
All right, go get your mother.
Mom, dinner's ready. Your surprise is awaiting.
What is it?
Chicken.
I'm trying to think what I smell. I love you.
I love you.
Where are we going?
We can lead you in here.
Look at that. That is gorgeous.
Sit wherever.
This is beautiful.
With Hattie by the fireplace.
Okay, you go out and bless your mother. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. I love you.
Do you like this nice setup?
I love it. First of all, I want to thank you. You both have made this probably, I'm going to get teary, but I think without all the girls here, you guys have made this really special. So it's really fun to have just the boys here.
And this was a way to bless you, but at the same time, it was a blessing to me being able to do this with Anders, as we all create events to be
It's
together.
not as easy as it looks, is it? You would not want to do this
By the
3
way-
times a day.
By the way, we officially retire from the kitchen.
And I'm laughing because I'm like, you can tell who made this. I don't see any greens on this
Oh,
plate.
we ate them. We ate them before we served them, right?
Oh,
Yes,
man,
so
I love you
let's
guys.
pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for this food. And just, I just lift up Ruth on this great day. Bless her and bless this food. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you.
This is awesome.
That's great.
Threat.
The triple threat. That's what's left at home.
There you
The
go.
triple threat.
All right, and now if we have some creme brulee coming out.
What was the hardest thing to make?
Well, mac and cheese, because it was from scratch. It was not your typical out of a box. So that was, it was the most difficult, but actually it was not hard, if that makes any sense. So most complex, but once I would do it again. It's very easy. The chicken was simple until I realized my mistake by cooking with the lid on. But other than that, it was, yeah, I mean, I could do it again. The second time, it might only take us half the amount of time the first time. All right, so we have the dessert, no creme brulee.
Oh.
So I made one without berries.
No, I want berries.
Okay.
I don't.
Shocker.
And I'll take the half berry. and just take the
Have
full
you
berry.
ever agreed to eat creme brulee, Anders?
He's never had it.
Never
No,
had it.
you always go for the chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you gonna think?
This is looking
This
good.
is delicious.
This is so good.
How is it, Anders?
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.